Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. At least it's afternoon where I'm at. I'm in Washington, D.C. As you saw the emails that went out last week, today at 11:30 at the Upper Senate Park, FOP, IAFF, AFL-CIO, and several other labor organizations held a rally at the park, basically calling on the Senate to take action on the Social Security Fairness Act and to call the bill for a vote. President Yost spoke, the president of the IAFF spoke, several leaders from the other labor organizations, postal workers, teachers, they all got up and spoke. But more importantly, the one that I want you to know the most about, the one that I posted on Facebook shortly after he said it, the Senate Majority Leader, Chuck Schumer, came up on the podium and got in front of the microphone, and he told the entire crowd, a couple hundred people, that he's going to call the bill for a vote. So when, where, how, we don't know for sure yet, but he's given us his word that he's going to call the bill for a vote. So what that means is we've got a few days at least. He hasn't filed. He's got to file a petition to let everyone know that the vote's going to happen and when it's going to happen, and he has not done that yet. So there's still time. There's senators out there that are still in need of extra attention to get this bill passed. And the primary one would be Senator Crapo. He is one of the Republican senior guys sitting on the financial committee, and he does not like the bill. He claims that he wants more time, and unfortunately, there's just no more time. The time to vote on this is now. The time for senators who claim that they're friends of public safety, their time for them to prove it is now. You either vote yes and prove that you do support public safety and you do support fairness and you do support stopping the steal from our retirees' pockets and our future retirees' pockets, that you're going to quit doing that and you're going to quit supporting that concept. I mean, it's simply extortion is what it is. It's you're literally stealing from people who already paid into the system that you said you would pay them back. The time has come. It's no more talk. It's time to put this thing up for a vote. And I'm going to encourage all of you, when you see the votes happen, mark it down. See who actually supported us. See who actually voted for this bill. I can assure you, Senator Sinema and Senator Kelly are going to vote for the bill. They are both co-sponsors. Both of them have been adamant from day one that they want this bill to pass. And I have no qualms and no concerns whatsoever that if the bill does get called for a vote, we will see yes votes from both of our senators for the state of Arizona. So I wouldn't focus too much on them. I would say that if you have some time, you want to make some phone calls, you want to send some letters, there's some Republican leadership that does not support this bill. And they are the ones that we have to try to change their mind. We have to get we need 60. So the last we heard, we have 62 co-sponsors, so we're filibuster proof. But it sure would be nice to get 4 or 5 more votes, which would have to come from Republican senators, just to make sure, right? Because who knows who's going to back out at the last minute and change their mind and decide they want to join this crowd of, oh well, we had no idea this bill was coming. Like, are you kidding me? We've been arguing about this for 20 years now. So quit telling us that you didn't understand this was coming so fast and that you need more time for it. That's a ridiculous statement, especially if it's someone who's been in the Senate for more than a term. It's an offensive statement to say that you don't know what this bill is, because it's been around for quite some time, and every FOP member I know that's come today on the Hill or come to Washington, D.C. just to come to Washington, D.C., when they meet with their Congress representatives and their Senate representatives, they're talking about this bill. It's been the number one FOP priority for far too long. And it's time for this thing to get passed. So I wanted to make sure I jumped on. I just got back from the rally. I had to get out of my soaking wet clothes because if you look up, I'm sure there's videos out there by now. You will see that the rain, the rain here in DC was gentle at first, and then it really started to come down about halfway through the rally. So we all got muddy and wet, and so I wanted to get home, get mainly my socks. My toes are frozen. It wasn't even cold outside, so it's just from being wet. So I got my toes into some nice clean socks so that they can warm back up to a normal temperature. But I wanted to make sure I jumped on and let you guys know that we did get commitment. I'm considering it a commitment from Senator Schumer that he's going to call this bill for a vote. So the work's not done. We still got to be on those senators that aren't openly supportive of this bill. And we've got to get this thing called to a vote, and we've got to get it passed now. It's got to go now, so we can get it to President Biden's desk, so it can get signed into law, and we can stop discussing this. I know you guys got to be tired of hearing me talking about it because we want it passed just as bad as everybody else wants it passed. So hopefully we made some progress today. I believe it's pretty strong for Senator Schumer to come out and tell a group that size that he's going to call the bill for a vote, because now he's sort of backed himself into, he didn't even back himself into a corner. He basically put himself on notice that if he doesn't call this for a vote, he's going to look the fool. So I'm confident it's going to get called for a vote. And we'll just have to see how the votes actually play out and who's actually on our side. The time for talk is over. The time for action is now. And I'm looking forward to it. I feel a little bit better after today, and I'm hopeful that we can get this done. And we will know probably in the next, I would say, 10 days. I think we're going to see that this is either going to get called or not. I think we'll know very shortly, quite frankly. So with that, I'm going to consider this my December report. I wanted to save my video until I came to the rally so I could let you guys know what happened at the rally. And then I'm just going to leave it at this. I will talk to you guys. There is a chance that I'll shoot a video again next week. We have a board meeting next Monday. And if there's anything that comes up during that board meeting, I will do one more video prior to that. But just in case I don't, I want to make sure that I tell you all, please have a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, celebrate with your loved ones, and then take a minute to remember those that aren't going to be able to celebrate with their loved ones because they were either taken from us too soon or they're out there working the streets for us as we all celebrate. So take a minute to remember them. And again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I will see you guys in January if I don't see you Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. Okay. Should be a shorter video. Yep. 7.5 minutes. Let's go Social Security Fairness Act. Let's get this thing voted on. Let's get this thing passed. And let's get the stealing over with. All right. With that, you all have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful holiday. And I will see you on the flip side in 2025.